that you wanna play. So please make up your mind. Why if a man black wrong and you black it too? She'll always be watching you and the little thing that you do. Why Babbzy blow your nose and not your mind? Cause we are living in a tedious time. Mankind, don't you tell no lie. Why blow your nose and not your mind? Cause we are living in a tedious time. Babbzy not telling no lie. Why righteous man? Babbzy won't understand. Yet a righteous man is so hard to find. So I wonder who's gonna stop this war and crimes. Oh yeah, there are some people can't do things on their own. Yes, they have to wait till Babbzy come out. Yes, you have to learn, then you will earn.
Okay, so is there an echo now? Echo or not? Delay or not? Echo or not? I don't know what else to try, what it could be. So let me know if you hear a delay, echo, or is it good? Is this good now? Is this okay now? I'm on time and everything? Perfect, no delay. All right. Thank the Lord. Hallelujah. Big up everybody who just basically had some patience for me to iron this out, figured out what the issue is. So, you know, I'm streaming from a camera, but I have a laptop, and, you know, so the devices from my laptop is recording me as well as the camera. I switched to my laptop to be doing my voice, but the laptop and the camera aren't in sync. So I just switched to the camera now, doing my microphone, and now that seems to have worked. So finally, this is working. If you guys want to hurry up and share this link on your Facebook page or on YouTube and let everybody know I'm doing the Caribbean news. This segment might be a little bit longer this week because I didn't do one last week because I was in Jamaica. You understand? So I know a lot of people want to know about the weekly events that have gone on in the Caribbean. There have been a few. So before we start though, everybody drop their flag in the chat. Let me see where we at right now. Who's repping what? Let's see. Hi Steve, Mac. Hi Linda, Graham, Kieran, Patrick Sober is my boy. What's up? Let's see who's over on YouTube. Rohan Blair, Diamond Clark, Divine. Hey. Babbzy, well, hey, Divine. Crystal, Deborah. All right, let's go. Jennifer Ford, how are you? So, people, one of the major news events that happened this week is that there was a 5.9 magnitude earthquake in Haiti. And this is kind of sad because, you know, Haiti had a very horrible earthquake in 2010. And a magnitude of 5.9 earthquake struck near the northernmost tip of Haiti late on Saturday. Early reports suggested at least one person has been killed and a number of others have been injured. The quake also caused some damage to buildings, including an auditorium that collapsed. The quake struck about 12.3 miles west-northwest of the Port de Paix, the U.S. Geological Survey said. The quake was one of the strongest to hit Haiti since the 7.0 magnitude quake in 2010. So, you know, I'll be looking for the GoFundMe links and the ways to help the people in Haiti for this because, you know, a lot of times you get a lot of fraudulence that happens and literally, you know, you don't want to be donating to some fraudulent foundation or whatever it is. So if you're following my page on Facebook, especially Babbzy at Large, I will be looking for ways to donate to help the people of Haiti out there because, you know, this is absolutely, you know, sad for something like this to happen. Again, you know, it looks like, you know, I don't know if people say bad luck and stuff, but, you know, Haiti is important to the Caribbean. because Haiti is the nation that basically broke us all out of slavery. So, you know, people look down on Haiti a lot and they're poor and they're whatever. And if you really study the history of the Caribbean, you would understand that, you know, North America and Europe basically are punishing Haiti for getting us out of slavery, because that was the most profitable period for these nations altogether. So because Haiti is the one that broke their most profitable period, they make Haitians suffer for that. So just always remember, there's more than meets the eye when you see a lot of these things happening out here. We're going to be going over to Guyana now. So they're saying that pirates that are suspected to be Venezuelan attacked Guyanese fishermen. This is crazy. I didn't even know that there's really something called pirates, you know. When I see Pirates of the Caribbean and these kinds of things, I did not know that there are actually pirates that hijack ships and rob ships and do all these kinds of things. I had no clue that there are real pirates out here in this world. Like, that has been crazy for me to basically find that out. Like, I could not believe that there are actually pirates out here. Like, OMG. So a Guyanese captain and crew earlier this week were ordered to jump overboard and robbed of their fishing boat and items by pirates suspected to be Venezuelans. The Guyanese police force sources said the incident occurred Thursday, October 6th, about 3 p.m. in the vicinity of Crab Dog, Wayne River, on the Guyana side of the border with Venezuela. Captain Julian Marks of the Dartmouth village, Essequibo Coast, said he and his 7-member crew were attacked by 6 Spanish-speaking men who were armed with shotguns, rifles, and pistols. The pirates turned up in the Balahu, fitted with a 75 horsepower outboard engine, as the Guyanese fishermen were about to drop their seines. This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, I did not know that they still had pirates and stuff like that. Like, I honestly thought like pirates were like the boogeyman. So, you know, at least the men are safe. You know what I mean? They've been robbed and whatever, you know, you can always get back, you know, items like that, but at least they weren't killed. So it's thankful that nothing bad really and detrimental happened to them, because if it did, you know what I mean? You don't want these guys to be getting killed and robbed on like doing their job. Like, that's crazy. So I don't know, man. I gotta be following these pirate stories, because that seems crazy to me. And more news coming out of Guyana. Guyanese pilot was convicted for cocaine smuggling and money laundering. So Guyanese pilot Camaraj Lal was convicted of smuggling hundreds of kilos of cocaine in his private plane to South America and laundering money for years, according to a report from Patch.com. Lal, who's 51, of Ringwood, smuggled hundreds of kilograms of cocaine from New Jersey and New York to Guyana on his privately owned jet, and then laundered the proceeds, the U.S. attorney announced. Lal, who owned a private jet charter business called Executive Jet Club in Gainesville, Florida. Wait a minute. That name rings a bell. Executive Jet Club? This name rings a bell, guys. No, I'm not going to be able to go on with this story. This name rings a bell to me. Executive Jet Club. Executive Jet Club. They donated money to Jessica. Remember a couple of years ago, I surprised a fan who was really, really ill, and she's not able to eat, and she had to use a pipe in her neck to feed herself and stuff like that. I can't remember her last name off the top of my head. These guys contacted me to donate money for her. These guys donated money. Wow. I'm just saying in my mind, I remember this name, because I didn't even really read through all of this, but they donated money. Jessica Turner. That's her name. I have a reality video when I surprised her around Christmas time. And she was talking about how she's from Guyana, all boys town, and da-da-da-da. And these people donated money to her. Wow. They donated fraudulent funds. My God. Wow. So he used the proceeds of his cocaine empire to purchase jet planes, houses, and cars. He also paid more than $2 million in cash stuffed in suitcases to a Florida contractor to build an airplane hangar in Guyana. Yes! I know them! In November 2014, Lau was flying one of his jets from the United States to Guyana and stopped in Puerto Rico to refuel. Listen! Wow! Yes! Yes! Because that Jessica Turner's 2014. Lau was convicted of conspiracy to distribute cocaine, money laundering, structuring monetary instruments, and the conspiracy to commit money laundering and structuring. The money laundering charges carry a potential of 20 years in prison. Wow. Wow. And more news from Guyanese. This is over in America, guys. Crazy shit, huh? Guyanese man in Brooklyn throws 4-year-old brother off a 7-story building. A Guyanese man, Sean Smith, threw his 4-year-old brother off the roof of their 7-story building to death on Saturday morning. According to the NY Post, he walked up to a cop and calmly confessed. Smith has been admitted to the Kings County Hospital in July that just passed for psychiatric treatment, but has since stopped taking the medication prescribed to treat his schizophrenia. So he's a schizophrenic. And he threw his brother, his 4-year-old brother, off a 7-story building and killed him. Wow. Sean was charged Saturday afternoon with his brother's murder, which happened at 2:45 minutes after he allegedly led the boy to the roof. He had no criminal record or history of violence, police said, but he recently told his family that the voices in his head were ordering him to do something bad, though he didn't or couldn't warn anyone what that might be. Wow. That is really sad, man. Sean was the oldest and Shimron was the youngest. Children of Odessa Frith, who moved her family to the 6th floor apartment in December from Guyana. Wow. Mental illness is serious, man. I always tell people that, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people who, you know, I even see a lot of them on YouTube, and I'm just like concerned because I'm like, these people, a lot of people laugh at them and find what they're doing to be, you know, entertainment. But I think that, you know, Caribbean people are not taking mental illness serious enough. Because, I mean, this is crazy. Like, you're going to throw your brother off of a 7-story building and kill him? Like, because voices, like, we gotta be more diligent when it comes to mental illness in the Caribbean. We just have to, because stuff like this doesn't need to be happening. You know what I mean? Like, this is really, 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 really sad. You know, and now a mother has a son in jail and a son that's dead, you know, because of mental illness. Like, these things have a really negative impact on people's lives, and a lot of people don't know how difficult it is. You know, my eyebrow woman, her son is schizophrenic, and it is like 100% on top of him kind of job. Like, she has to take turns with her husband pretty much babysitting him, and he's in his 30s, and like, you know, the minute they take their eye off him, he went one time and was laying down in the snow, making snow angels, and almost froze to death. And it's lucky the police found him and were able to like locate where he lived and brought him home. But he was missing for days, and he was just laying in the snow, like no food, no water, nothing, making snow angels. You know, like, mental illness is serious, and a lot of people really need to pay more attention to, you know, these kinds of things, because it's like these kinds of stories are really, 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 really sad. Now, As you guys know, I just came back from Jamaica, right? And it's weird to me because I did a blog on this. I'm going to be putting it up on YouTube shortly. But, you know, being in Jamaica is just a really, really weird experience because it's like I always have a great time when I go to Jamaica. I have a blast. You know what I mean? I went for Claudia Rattigan's birthday party. If you know Claudia Rattigan, she's a very, very active follower on the Babbzy at Large Facebook fan page. She's Bounty Killer's fiance. I went for her birthday party and I had a blast. But while I was there, so much things happened and I was like, wow. You know what I mean? I didn't even know that like these things were happening. So one of the situations that transpired while I was there was basically this whole rape situation that happened on the Rio, Ocho Rios resort that like 2 women were raped in the hotel room. So let me read this story to you guys so you'll know what's happening because this is crazy. I was there during this and it was like, wow. Okay. 2 Detroit women were soaking in the comforts of their room one last time. One was FaceTiming a friend on the balcony. The other was plopped down on her bed listening to music. For 5 days, this had been their comfort zone. And then their world changed. At 11:15 p.m. Thursday, a gunman crawled up their balcony and barged into their second room at the Hotel Rio Reggae. He raped both of them, authorities said. The nightmare lasted for 15 minutes until one of the women got a hold of the gun and shot the attacker twice before he jumped off the balcony and fled. The attacker saying, "At night, this really haunts me. All I see is his eyes." The victim who shot the suspect said in an exclusive interview with the Free Press on Monday, "I just want to know why." But more than that, she wants justice. She wants the attacker to pay for the night of hell that ended up with her walking through a hotel half naked, finding her way to the reception desk and placing the gun on the counter. "I said, there is a gunman in my room. He raped and robbed me and my friend, and I took the gun and I shot him," the woman recalled telling the front desk personnel who summoned police. I have a picture of the guy right here who's been shot. That's him right there. This is crazy. And according to the Montego Bay Police, the suspect is 24 years old, hotel employee named Scott Dow, who had worked at Hotel Rio Reggae for just 3 days before the attack occurred. He is a dancer who worked for an entertainment company that performed at the hotel. He was arrested Friday after checking himself into a Jamaican hospital where medical staff alerted the authorities about a shooting victim. He is in custody and charges are expected. He has an initial court appearance on Tuesday. Now, the reason why I would want to talk about this story was because, you know, when it comes to the news, guys, I want you guys all listening to me right now to understand that there are reputable outlets that put out information, and then there are non-reputable outlets that put out information. And this story came to me because there was a counter story that was put out basically to hush this story down. So what it was people were saying that no, this man came to the room to have a threesome, and then one of the women got jealous because he was having sex with the other woman, and then she shot him. That was the story that got put out to counter this story. And a lot of people ran with that story, and a lot of people shared that story. I got that counter story literally about 100 times in my inboxes on, you know, Instagram, on Facebook. You know, people were even DMing me on Twitter saying, "Yo, did you see what happened? A love triangle went wrong." And it's like, look, man, you know, we have to really be more diligent when it comes to spreading the news. I know that a lot of people are sensitive when they hear bad stories coming out of the country that they're from or the country that they represent. That is not a direct reflection on you as a person. You know what I mean? You can't control. Like I just said, I was in Jamaica and I had a blast. And everywhere I went in Jamaica, I'm so surprised that people were like, yeah, Babbzy, well, go on. Yeah, man, Babbzy, big up yourself. I went to a supermarket in Smoky Vale. And this dude was like, yeah, Babbzy, what's up? And I'm like, head tie on. You can't even know it's me, like in disguise. And this guy's like, yeah, man, big up yourself, Babbzy. You know what I mean? I'm in Kentucky and Rockford. And people are like, Babbzy, wagwan. You know what I mean? I'm in St. Thomas and I see Bushman. And Babbzy was like, people are following me. And, you know I get a lot of hate online from Jamaica, but it's not like that in person whatsoever. So the reason why I want to talk about a lot of this stuff sometimes is because I know that, it seems aggressive against me a lot of the times online when I might be talking about a Jamaican story and people get upset and they get mad and they're like, yo, shut the fuck up, whatever. But in person, that's not the vibe. A lot of people are appreciative of, highlighting the issues. There's another story that happened with a Jamaican couple overseas in Atlanta. I want to talk about that too, because I want to talk to the women today that are watching, and I want people to speak to the women, their sisters, their mothers, their nieces, their daughters, because there's an attack against women right now, and we really need to work diligently to make sure our women are safe. This story is a 30-year-old Jamaican national is now behind bars after he reportedly attacked and partially severed the head of his wife in the U.S. state of Georgia. The dead woman whose sources say was also from Jamaica had been identified as 47-year-old Opal Christian Jones. The accused man has been identified as Jeremy J. Jones. Now, this story was troubling to me because I was in Jamaica as well, getting the voice notes for this story. And it was weird to me because the echoing is coming again. You lie. How's that now? Is that better? Did the echo go away now? Echo. There is something here that's causing this echo. I don't know what it could be. What the hell is causing this echo? How about now? Echo? Still echo? Echo. Still an echo? Is it gone? My phone is nearby, but they're off. Okay, let me move my phone away and see what the issue is. I don't know what it could be. How's that now? Better? This is weird. This is really weird. Is there still echo now? Turn down the volume. Okay. How is that now? Slight still, aggressive still. Slight aggressive. Better. I'm not listening to anything. I don't have anything on. I don't know. It started off good and then it's gone back to an echo. Let me try something. One sec, guys. Let's try this. How does that sound now? Is that better? Is that worse? Better? Worse? Still echoing? Is this better now? Better? Okay. I don't have the the mic that I'm using is coming from my camera. I'm using my camera mic. Okay. There's a delay now, but it's better. There's no echo. Turn the sound back up a little bit. Okay. How about that? Is that better? Okay. So now sounds good. Sounds better. It's back. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know. How does this sound now? Low and echo. Still the same. Still an echo. Let's try this. Okay, so how does this sound now? Is there an echo still? Is it gone? Double echo? Short echo? A little bit better. Okay, let me try this. How about that now? Sounds better? I'm good now? It's good now. Good? Perfect? It might be my headphones then. Okay, it's probably my headphones. I gotta look into that. It's probably my headphones. It's gone, so it's probably my headphones. Okay, so let's go back to this story now. Lord have mercy. I need an engineer. They say I'm good on YouTube too. Okay, good. Sweet. All right, start from the beginning. A 30-year-old Jamaican national is now behind bars after he reportedly attacked and partially severed the head of his wife in the U.S. state of Georgia. The dead woman, who sources say was also from Jamaica, has been identified as 47-year-old Opal Fern Christian Jones. The accused man has been identified as Jermaine J. Jones. Now, as I said, this story came to my attention, and the reason that I was confused about this was because I was like, I got the voice notes that the husband, when he killed his wife, put out like right after in this WhatsApp group. And it was weird because it was like, the guy, you know, he's like, I snapped. And, you know, I basically, you know, I couldn't walk away this time. The devil overcame me and I couldn't walk away. And then he was just like, yeah, it's your boy Fresh Cash here. Big up all the ladies them will love me. You know, big up all the man them on such a top soccer team. And I'm like, did this motherfucker just kill his wife and he's out here doing like a strut, like he's like, you know, in a pageant or something? He did not sound like somebody that just killed his wife. He was like, yeah, you know, you might not hear from me ever again. Yeah, big up all the man them from such a place and big up. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, that really surprised me. You know what I mean? And again, this has nothing to do with him being Jamaican. I think there's an issue with men in general with women, and I did a video on this. It's going to be on YouTube this week. I have a lot of videos that are in the queue that I need to put up. I was going to like put some of them when I was in Jamaica, but the Wi-Fi connection was just too slow. So, you know, I need the high speed to put up 4K videos of 30 minutes long. You know what I mean? When I was in Jamaica, it was like, this upload is going to take 4 days and 19 hours. I was like, nah, though. But there is a problem lately with men, and whenever I talk about this, people get upset and they're like, shut up, da 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 da. But I think that these men are exhibiting women traits. Like, women are more emotional than men. when it comes to a lot of things. Women are just different. They're nurturing. They are the ones that give birth to children. You know, the emotions of a woman and a man are totally different. Very, 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 very different. And I think a lot of these men grew up in a home when it was just their mom, and they watched their mom do everything in their power to take away somebody's man and war for somebody's husband and just be unstable in how their relationship with another man was. I don't think a lot of men nowadays have real role models of men to say, this is how a man behaves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I notice this on social media a lot. And remember, I do Caribbean news, culture, and entertainment. And the amount of men that want to kill me because I think, you know, Alkaline's last song wasn't that great, and they're threatening to blow me up. It's weird, man. And it's hard for me to not pay attention to this because these are the same guys that go and chop up their wife and kill them. There's this instability epidemic out here, and no one is paying attention to it. And these men are really, really lost. And, you know, I spent the entire summer with my brother. My brother lives in Vancouver, and he was here for 6 weeks with his children and his wife, my sister, Carmela. And like having 3 young children in the house, you know, Malik is 6, Lorenzo is 4, and Jace just turned 1. And when I see children talking about, you know, suck your mother and da-da-da-da on clips, and people are like, oh, you know, you should beat the child. They want beating. It's like, why are you beating the child for exhibiting something that you're exposing that child to? Like, my nephews don't know rasshole and God blind ya and these words. They know about Paw Patrol. You know what I mean? Like, they don't know this stuff. They don't know about patting your pussy and skinning out, like, because they're not exposed to that. They don't see that stuff. They don't know what that stuff is. Like, Malik knows that I am a blogger, but he doesn't watch my videos because my videos have cursing. So it's like, when I see men now acting like this, it's like, they were a child once. What were they exposed to that they're now an adult acting like this? It's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? And when I see this unstable behavior by men over frivolous topics like Conor McGregor and Khabib's fight last night, and you want to blow a man up because he backed Conor McGregor, and it's like, this isn't normal, man. You guys are trying to normalize a behavior that's really not normal. And that's concerning for me because I have to live in a society where people are trying to make something that's wrong sound right. And we need to bring back the black family. We need to bring back the black family. We can't be encouraging men to have 11 and 12 children from 11 and 12 different women and not raise them. You know, my father was in my home every single day. You know what I mean? Helping me with homework. You know, he taught me how to ride a bike. You know, my father was very active in my life. I cannot tell you the dollar amount that my father has given me. I can't say to you, he did this for me and gave me $100 here. But I can tell you the times that he came to school to deal with the teacher. I can tell you times that he came on the block to bat up people that mess with me. I can tell you every time he's defended me. I can tell you all the guidance he's offered me. I can tell you the guidance he still offers me at 39 years of age. I can tell you how he informs me of what's happening in politics, whether it's in Grenada, you know, Jamaica, Barbados. He's on top of that. So it's like, for me, that's the type of man that is a man. Like, and my brother is a man. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up around men. My brother would never go on a woman's photo and be like, bitch, you ugly. Bitch, go look a job. Bitch, my brother doesn't disrespect women. My father doesn't disrespect women. So when I see this, like, in this large magnitude now on social media, I'm like, what the hell is happening to us that men are doing this? And I urge every single woman that's watching this video, or that anybody that knows women who are, you know, out here dating, out here in everyday life with a job, to learn self-defense. You have got to learn self-defense. You have got to find some kind of karate class, martial arts, boxing, self-defense. We are in a time that as a woman, men are no longer protectors. The majority of them. There are wonderful men out here. I'm telling you, my brother is a good man. You know what I mean? I'm not dogging men. I'm not saying that, you know, all men are bad, but the number is too high now of unstable dudes where really you have got to learn self-defense. If you cannot defend yourself, you're going to get hurt out here in these times. There are a lot of stories, we see them all the time, where a woman is cheating and the man goes and kills the woman and then kills himself. And you have got to learn self-defense. You know what I mean? If you don't, you're going to get hurt out here because you're not protected by anyone anymore. There's no protection for women out here. And you got to do something to yourself about that. You know, it's not a secret that I got attacked almost a year ago by 4 people. I got attacked by 2 men and 2 women. And had I not known like how to roundhouse kick and bruck people's nose with my elbow and these things, I would probably be very hurt right now. You know what I mean? Because I got jumped unknowingly. I got hit in my face here and I got a bottle break on my neck. Those are the 2 times I got hit. If I didn't know self-defense, it could have been extremely worse. And I need you guys to know that you have to defend yourself. And people say I'm cocky and I'm arrogant and I'm this and that. I just kind of have a confidence because I'm like, I'm not going to leave home and somebody beat me. I'm not going to leave home and make no man drag me. You know, no man ain't going to come and put his hands on me because I didn't cook dinner right, or I came home late, or I talked to some guy that I grew up with and he's jealous. Like, I know that to beat me is going to be a serious fight, and I'm not going to go down easy. So I'm not afraid, right? But I am afraid for you guys. I am afraid for a lot of you women who are in relationships with a lot of these unstable men, and you see the signs, but you wanna save that person and nurture that person. A lot of these men use their past and things that they've been through as a means to trap you. So they'll be like, I didn't grow up with my dad. I don't know. My mom used to beat me. I couldn't finish school because I had to go and work early. You know, these kinds of people are broken. And I'm not saying all of them are bad. There are people who mother beat them, father beat them, and were thrown out and were on their own from 12, 13 and have gone on to be highly successful people. But those people don't generally live in what happened to them. They live in the future. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these broken people live in the past, and they tend to talk about, you know, their father did this to them, their mother this, and then it's like they harbor that. And there are a lot of angry people that are harboring ill feelings out here, and we interact with them. And someone like me who didn't come up like that, I feel like I can save that person and help that person and be like, you know what? If I just show this person love, they'll be okay. Nah, though. Nah, dog. Honestly, you're not a therapist. You're not a psychiatrist. You cannot help these people. You need to let these people get professional help, and you need to distance yourself from them until they exhibit normal behaviors. Stop putting yourself in the line of fire with a lot of these people, because they're just going to drag you down and they're just going to fucking hurt you in the end. They already have nothing. So you have something and they have nothing. They have nothing to lose. Don't try to be out here saving people. It's not going to go well. On average, you will probably not be successful. That's my advice to you, because every single day I'm seeing these stories coming up where, you know, a woman's been killed, you know, children are being killed at the hands of a mother's lover who had a nervous breakdown. And, you know, like, stay away from these people. Do not bring these people into your life, into your circle. Do not try to nurture them. Do not try to help them. Like them from afar. That's the best advice I can give you. Like them from afar, but don't put your own life in the line of fire with theirs, because this is how these stories end. You know, women being killed, burnt, stabbed, raped. Like, this is the ending that you're going to have. So that's my advice to a lot of you. You know, people say that I'm rich and switch. I'm not rich and switch. I can't do the drainage emotionally anymore with the people who weren't able to achieve their goals or dreams and have this baggage in their life. Like, I can't do that no more. You know what I mean? So I surround myself with the people who are successful, or the people who are trying to make things happen for their life. I can't surround myself with the people who are going to cry every day, and I don't have the ability to help them. And I need to stop pretending that I do have the ability to help them. I don't. I have to live my own life. You know what I mean? You have the right to be happy in your own life and live your own life and progress in your own way. And if your progress is at the expense of losing friendships, relationships with family, you've got to do it. You have got to do it. As a blogger, if you look at my friendship base and the people who are around me, most of the core friends I had when I started blogging don't speak to me now, because they're still in the same spot. They didn't move from there. And me wanting to do something better and retire my mom and do certain things, they didn't want to do that. So they started to try to drag me down to stop me from wanting to move up. And I had to get rid of them. And it's a very tough feeling to know that you got to get rid of a friend and dump somebody because they're just basically not good enough to hang with you anymore. But the worst thing to do is to stay back with them. You gotta get rid of them and move forward. You can't stay back with people. That's the worst thing to do, because the worst thing is you stay back and then in 20 years, you fall out with that person. And now you're 50 and you could have achieved all these things, but you decided to rock with your friends that basically you fall out with down the line. Just keep moving forward. Keep being positive. Learn self-defense, men and women. And stay away from these emotionally wrecked people out here, because I'm telling you, they are just going to drag your ass down in life. There's no solution for a lot of this stuff, and you're not designed for that. Anyhow, folks, I am leaving now. The Caribbean News Weekly runs every single Sunday at 6:30. So if you guys want to put that in your schedule, do that. Don't forget to subscribe to me if you're on YouTube, and follow me if you're on Facebook. And as well, download my app in the Google Play and in the iTunes store. It's called Babbzy Beyond Blogging, because what happens is you will get notifications every time I go live. And on Instagram, the second season of, the Juicy segment with Babbzy will be back. My first guest will be Kess, the band. He is going to be the first artist coming through. We're going to schedule that episode shortly, so you will get a notification for when that's going to happen as well. So make sure you download the app and make sure that you are following me on all my social media outlets. I am more so on Instagram. I'm more so on Instagram than I am on Facebook now and stuff, because Facebook, I've been getting reports a lot because of the videos that I've been putting up and stuff. So I'm on Instagram mainly, strictly Babbzy, if you want to follow me there, because that is where I will usually be. So love you guys. Make sure you are following me on my outlet so you don't miss nothing, and we go talk soon.
Oh, the Babbzy, I got a blender say that. Run things. Ooh, nah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, nah. Yeah, Babbzy, blow your nose and not your mind. I know that you are not blind, so please
Bye,
make
everybody.
up your mind. Why are you for man black wrong? And you block it too. How she always be watching you, and the little thing that you do.